What's up, everybody? Keith, Southwest Virginia Outdoors, and man, hadn't done a whole lot of videoing because, well, as far as you know, I keep you up to date here. I had a baby. We had our third child, and as you know, keeping up with one's hard enough, and we decided to have a third, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm super excited. We had a second little girl, and man, it was it's been a blessing in disguise. She's been so wonderful, and we're getting ready for fishing season, man. I've already trout fished once and threw a few lures in a smallmouth stream, but hopefully we're going to do a little bit more of that here this year. My goal is to put a few more videos out that I hadn't done before, and I'm going to try to keep that going. Can't promise that I will, but man, I just love getting out in the weather, and just like you guys do, and there's a lot of you that really enjoy fishing, and I don't know if I help do anything, but I do like showing you where I fish and kind of how I fish, and I really enjoy that. So wanted to give you a little thing here that I've really not done before. So what I'm doing, I'm doing an unboxing, and I'm doing the unboxing of two orders. One of them a Bass Pro Shops order that I got. Pretty good order, a lot of plastics, some crankbaits, getting ready for there. And I'm also I got a small order from Dick's Sporting Goods. Got a few, they had some laser trocar hooks on sale, so I got a few of those. I want to show you all that. And I also got a jig and spinnerbait order from a company out of Dandridge, Tennessee. The owner there is Chris Owenby. It's Smoky Mountain Jigs, and let me tell you, I've been using them for several years now, and he hand ties these things, he hand makes them. But I really like the living rubber jigs, and I like his structure head jigs. I'm going to show you the website. I'm going to put a link in the description below to his website and show the spinnerbaits that I got. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you, first I'm going to show you the spinnerbaits. And I'm going to, and again, these are super, super awesome spinners. And again, I got some bigger spinners and a short arm. This thing is absolutely astounding, and it's not focusing in on me. And again, it's right here's a big old huge spoon, and I'm telling you what, man, I watched a video years ago from it was Strike King, actually. They were promoting a KVD spinnerbait, and the one thing that KVD said is, he said, when you go buy a spinnerbait and you want to tell the quality of a spinner, and most of you probably know this, but I didn't know this, and I want to pass that on just to the few people that might not know it. What you'll do is, he said, if you know the quality of the spinnerbait, hold it up, take your spoon, and hold it still. Because he said this right here is, I mean, this is part of your spinnerbait. This is the action. So take your spoon and spin it. And if that spoon sits there and spins 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 on its own, and you actually have to stop it, this one's still going. It's a quality spinnerbait. Super, super nice jigs. I got a bunch of them. That one there, this one here is a mix of living rubber here and a mixture of silicone here. And like I said, I got several. Again, I like to night fish, so yeah, I got that hung on my finger. I like to night fish, and what we use is a dark spinnerbait. This one here is black. Again, it's all silicone. This one here is black, got a lot of purple in it. I'd show it to you, but again, it's not going to come up. You see the purple right there, and it's got this massive spoon. This thing is so much bigger than a normal Colorado. I've got several of those in different colors, in some good summer pattern colors too. Of course, I got green pumpkin, and I got a white, pure white, just a big old white jig, and a big old white spoon. And what I like about this thing, and what he does, this thing here is hand tied, like I said earlier. But instead of using the rubber band, of course everybody uses those biodegradable rubber bands, especially if you get in a store, even the Strike Kings, even your jigs, they're using those rubber bands. And the problem with those rubber bands, and I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but the biggest problem I have with them, to be quite frank with you, they disintegrate. You know, and then you've got a brand new jig. Most of the time you hadn't even used them yet after 4, 5, 6 months, and they've sit in your hot box, they've got wet, and they fall apart, and then you've got a useless jig, unless you put them together by yourself. Well, this one here eliminates that problem. They're wire tied. I've not had one fall apart yet. And the next thing I want to show you is my jig order. I went with quite a few jigs this year, and we use quite a few jigs. And the biggest thing that I found is I fish a lot from the bank, and I'm fortunate enough to have some family land that I get to fish on down South Holston Lake. Of course, like everything else on a bank, you're eat up with rocks, and you got a lot of brush. Well, The best thing about this jig head that I use, that he made, and the best thing that I found for that is a structure head. I know it's for structure, I know it's for brush, but when you get it in a rock and the way this thing is made, to me, it comes through that structure, it comes through the rocks easier, and it does this. When it hits the bottom, it does that. Almost like a shaky head. This thing is so cool. And this is one of the new colors. It's one of his cherry seed colors. And I think this is going to be a really neat color. This is going to be a good spring color or pre-spawn because of the color. And I've got several other colors I'm going to show you here. This one was more of a blue with living rubber. Oh, this is all silicone. I'm sorry, this is all silicone. It's got the green pumpkin with a little bit of black flake in it, and it's also got looks like a pumpkin seed, and it's got some blue with that black flake in it too, with that structure head. Yeah, I like the structure head. And I've also picked up almost like a PB&J or a root beer color. Can't see that. I've got several of those, and I actually got a couple of swim jigs in there as well. So anyhow, let's go on to those. That was one of the things I did pick up this year. Alright folks, so here's the unboxing. This is the box I got from Bass Pro Shops, and I picked up a bunch of stuff, and I'm a big fan of Zoom plastics. So here is a Zoom Super Speed Crawl black and red glitter. Again, those make super awesome trailers and really good to Texas rig too. And I'm a huge fan of creature baits. I love the little beaver. It really imitates a crawl. And I've got a massive box of nothing but those. Ton of these things, and I really like the Bass Pro Shop series. One, they're very affordable, and this one here is in a mean melon pumpkin. This one really is like really just a green pumpkin, but it's got a lot of chartreuse mixed into it. Really like that. I also got some Chompers skirted grubs. These are like they call it their hula grub. Basically, it's a grub with a skirt on the top of it. You can Texas rig it. You can use it as a trailer. I got that one. I'm sorry, I got that one in an orange Merm. It's really almost like really looks like a worm. It's got a dark brown and an orange mix in it. I also got some more of these summer crawls. I got 2 packs of those, and again, they've got a lot of chartreuse in them. Don't know if you can see that. Nah, it won't focus in. Got a lot of chartreuse in them, and that's the problem with shooting with these DSLRs. They don't focus, autofocus like they're supposed to. Here is a super speed crawl. Again, Zoom. It's a super speed crawl in green pumpkin. Just, you can't go wrong with green pumpkin, man. It's just no matter where you go, green pumpkin is the color that you go to. Here's some more of these Chompers hula grubs. They're pumpkin pepper. Basically, it looks like a dark brownish color with a lot of brown flake in it. Really neat color. I'm a super big fan of missile baits and the baby D-bomb and the D-bomb. I love throwing these things. Again, green pumpkin. Can't stress enough the color. Here's a D-bomb. This here is a super awesome color. This thing is copper chopper. This thing it really looks like green pumpkin, but it's got a lot of blue swirl, almost like a pearl mixed in with it. It's really neat. This one, I was kind of hesitant about it, but I thought, you know what? If summer gets here, got a lot of bed and bass. I went with this one, and again, it's a Chompers hula grub. They call it a skirted grub, but it's a hula grub. This thing is salt and pepper. I mean, it's just as basic as it can get. It's almost a white, almost a clear color, and it's got a like a peppered flavor in it, or pepper flavor. Good job. First day of fishing, guys. Pepper flake in it. And this right here is another one of these hula grubs. Again, green pumpkin. You can't go wrong. Texas rig, power bait, chigger crawls. Biggest reason I go with these, I use them for trailers. I use them for nothing but trailers. I got several packs of these. Chigger crawl, this one here is a watermelon color. Again, more of a summer pattern color because I've got a lot of other stuff for winter, but I needed to, kind of stock up. So that's kind of why I went with that summer pattern. Another one, this chigger crawl here, this one's an Alabama crawl. And I'm gonna see if I can focus in on this thing. This color here is really neat. It's almost like a root beer, except it's kind of mixed and swirled. You've got dark across the top of the bait, and then the pinchers are more of like a brownish root beer color. Hoping this thing's focusing really well. But it's a really neat color. I can't wait to use it because, again, I think it's going to be a good crawl pattern in the spring. And then, again, I go back to the river bugs, man. The Bass Pro Shop Tournament Series river bugs. They're not that expensive. They're like $3 a pack. And you get a bunch. This is a bigger one. This is the 4-inch. This is 4 inches. This is a lot bigger. I went with this one because, again, I do a lot of night fishing. This thing works really well at night. It's black. It has got blue and red flake in it. Doesn't matter a lot at night, but with, you know, if you got a little bit of light right at dark, or you've got something reflecting on it, it's a really neat color. I've used those a lot. I was actually out of them, so I went to that color. Here's another set of chigger crawls. Black and red flake. These I use a lot on trailers. Because of the red flake. I throw a lot of my river bugs in the red flake. So this will be a really good color, kind of in dark stained water. I also picked up some crankbaits. Found a guy selling these on Bass Baits and Barter. I love my Shad Raps. I just lost my last one, and these are the Shad Rap SR5s, and they're in a shad pattern. I caught this guy, he was selling as a super deal. Had 5 of these on sale for $20, shipping and all. So folks, keep an eye on it. It's a Facebook group called Bass Baits and Barter. A lot of times you can get really good deals, but you got to watch them. I mean, if you think it's a good deal, check it out. I mean, the online auction sometimes can get kind of outrageous, but this one here was just a straight up buy. And most of these Rapalas, they're, you know, $6-7 a piece, so I thought that was a pretty decent deal. So that was part of what came with it. And like I said, I had 5 of these. I also picked up, in my order with Bass Pro Shops, I also picked up a Berkeley Flicker Shad. This thing's really neat. It's in a trout pattern. I've never used one of these, so I really wanted to try it. So we're going to check it out, see how it does in the river. Maybe even pick up some walleye with it, I hope. Also, I got just a small topwater popper. Looks almost like a crappie pattern, man. It's really cool. Yes, I said crappie. The next thing I'll do, again, I want to try a little bit of walleye fishing this year. Might be using the wrong baits, but I want to try it. A wave runner made by Eagle Claw. It's called the Little Deep Runner. It's in a kind of a crazy pattern. Actually going to be a little more, I ain't gonna focus, a little more wild color than I was expecting. That's okay, we're gonna try it. I picked up, again, Dick's Sporting Goods had these on sale. Picked up some Trocar flipping hooks, also in 4-aught. I also picked up some EWG 4-aught worms. Again, the reason I'm going that big is I'm about out of those things. I also picked up some EWG 1-aughts in the Trocar. Again, unless you get these things on sale or you just really have to have them, they're expensive. No lie, folks, I always buy the cheaper hooks. I don't even want to butcher the name, but I buy them at Kmart, and I wound up buying a pack of 30 of these things for like $2, and they have been really good hooks. I've not had one bend, I've not had one break. That's just going to about wrap up the unboxing. Again, this is my first unboxing, so I apologize if I went through it too fast, but I will put a link down in the description below of where I got my handmade jigs, Smoky Mountain jigs. They are, again, you got to check these guys out. Chris Owen be there. He does a really quality work. The jigs are top notch, and again, they don't fall apart. And that's what I like about them. They're quality jigs, and you can use them for a long time unless you're like me and you lose them during the summer. But again, that's why I went with the structure heads, because they go through the rocks a lot better. Back last spring, something you want to check out. We got our local Cabela's was actually changing out for the season, and they were changing out their plastics. Well, right in the middle of the aisle, I was in there buying some stuff, and right in the middle of the aisle was a massive rack of discontinued stuff. I bought 30 packs of plastic between $1 and $2 a bag. I bought all that for less than $50. So really keep an eye out on these stores when they're trying to sell their stuff from year to year. And most of the time it don't happen, but that's just a super deal. But anyhow, folks, stay tuned. Hopefully we're going to bring you a lot more fishing this year. Try to do a little different. I've got me a brand new shotgun mic with the camera. I got a brand new tripod. So I'm going to try some different things, and hopefully just have a good time fishing, folks, and that's what it's all about. Folks, thanks for watching. I want to know what you guys think and what you might want to see. Have any questions, just let me know. Put it in the description, or put it in the comments below. Not in the description, because you can't do that, and I'll get back with you.